Welcome back to this week's edition of Fetch Me a Home. I'm Dana Osgood, and I'm joined today by Dawn and Anastasia from the Maine Greyhound Placement Service, and they have brought us two very lovely ladies, Belle and Prez. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
You can talk about one.
Belle is a 2-year-old female racing greyhound who's up for adoption. She's a very smart girl.
She looks like she's very curious about the camera. Oh, she can investigate if she wants. Aww.
And she is available for adoption, and she's looking for a home that does not have cats. She
Okay,
would
she's
prefer
not
to
a
live
fan.
without cats. Yeah.
Maybe that's why she ignored me earlier. She was like, girl, not interested in you. Girly. And what about
And
Prez?
then this is Prez. She just turned 3. She is a retired racer and looking for a home as well. She is very social. They both love to travel. They just laid down and slept in the car on the way here.
Oh, love it.
And they just love to be around people.
They've been super curious about all the things going on, excuse me, all the things going on in the studio today. So I can imagine bringing them outside, going on a walk. Might be a lot of stopping and looking at things. What kind of family do you think would be best for dogs like these? Very active families or ones with big yards, something like that?
Typically what we do is we don't require a fenced-in yard. We adopt to anyone. We like to have the kids 6 and older just because the kids being a little shorter. Sometimes it's the kids, it's not the dogs, but it's the kids.
They're very tall and lanky.
Yeah, so we do case by case that way. And then all of the greyhounds, we have probably around 25 right now in the kennel. So we adopt to all different kinds of families. We can have ones with lots of kids, that someone that's younger and more social. We have others that like to hike or go on more activity. So we can kind of fit whichever family comes to us, and we can find a greyhound to match
Incredible.
their needs.
And you said Belle isn't okay with cats, but is Prez, for example?
She is cat workable. So what that means is that she could live with a cat as long as the adopters continue the training to not get interested in the cat. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Can you elaborate a little bit on the fact that they did racing? That sounds so cool.
Mm-hmm. So they basically were raised and trained to race, and then what they do is they go to school and they kind of learn a little bit more, and then once they go to the track, it just depends on if they're interested in racing or not. And if they like it and do well, then they stay because they're happy and they keep running and like it. And if they're, for whatever reason, not enjoying it or not doing well, then they come to us to find their homes.
Lovely that they get a choice in the matter. If it's what they want to do, then they get to race to their heart's content.
Exactly.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Maine Greyhound Placement Service? Do you guys have any events going on? Or if someone's interested in adopting one of these dogs, they're not bonded pairs, I want to point that out, so they could be adopted separately. Anything that people should know?
Do you want to tell them?
We have our website and our Facebook page, Maine Greyhound Placement Service. You can look on there is where we post pictures of the dogs, adoptions, and any events we have. We hold meet and greets both in the public, in different stores around Maine, and at our facilities, so you can come in, meet greyhounds if you just want to get used to the breed, see what they're like. And then that's also where you find our adoption application. We also always need volunteers to help out with caring for the dogs.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here, Belle and Prez. It was lovely to meet you both. So both of these dogs are up for adoption on their website and Facebook page. Thank you both for joining me for this week's version of Fetch Me a Home, and the Saturday Morning Report will be back right after this.